inside your world. I live inside you.
What the fuck is up, YouTube? We are here today with Seven Deadly Sins, issue number 328, manga review, The Sun Will Never Set. When we last left off, we got actually 2.5 chapters, 327.5, and 2, where we found out about where Escanor joined the Sins. Basically, I'll give you a quick recap of that. Escanor was having a lot of trouble controlling his power, and he was kind of rampaging throughout the countryside. Merlin and Meliodas were looking for him. He got captured. He was sentenced to death, and Meliodas told the king, he said, I'll take him. And Escanor kind of wanted to die because he couldn't control his powers. He's actually a really good guy. He doesn't like hurting people, except when he turns into, douchebag Escanor. So, long story short is Meliodas put him in his place. He beat that ass. And apparently he beat that ass multiple times until Escanor kind of learned how to control his power. So some of you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, Escanor is clearly stronger than Meliodas. He beat him the last time they fought. But that's a Escanor who's 100% in control of his power. And he was facing a Meliodas who was 100% out of his fucking mind. That was not the case when they first fought, and Meliodas used to just beat that ass. Also, Meliodas can't die, so perfect person to kind of keep him in check. That's a big reason. That's a big theme in Seven Deadly Sins, kind of the whole immortality thing. Because Meliodas and Bon are both kind of immortal. I think that's where their bond kind of formed, although Bon has given up his immortality. Anyway, we're going to get right into this bitch. Main storyline we last left off. Escanor hit this fucking super hot transformation. Like, he went into the one mode last time. He was throwing hands with the Demon King. And the Demon King's like, all right, your 1 minute's up and I'm still here. And he said, oh, you thought this is all I had? Fuck you, motherfucker. And he went and did this, like, I don't know what it's called. The super one. I guess the one ultimate. That's what he's calling it. And he's like, he's basically on fire. He's literally on fire. And he's absorbing punches and shit from the Demon King. King and Diane are like, oh, what the hell's going on with Escanor? He's just like, I am the one ultimate. So he's throwing hands with the Demon King. It's a lot of just hands throwing. Meliodas is not happy about him doing this. Because he knows what he's doing. He said, that's not the power of sunshine. So this is not from his blessing, sunshine. He's converting his entire life force into magic power. So again, that flashes back to when they first met. Yeah, Meliodas was putting Escanor down, but this is a different Escanor. This is an Escanor who has complete control of his power, and I feel like he's mastered it even beyond what Mael did, because he's had it for so long. It says he intends to completely burn out his own life. So this is basically the equivalent of Might Guy going 8 gates. He basically just opened the 8th gate. Except base Escanor in the daytime is a lot stronger than base Guy. And that's saying a lot because I happen to think really highly of Might Guy from Naruto. If you guys are Naruto fans. So this is saying a lot. So this is basically his, 8th gate is opened. He's going to die after using this. The Sins kind of accept it, but, they're the Sins. They're just kind of watching. They're like, Escanor, don't do it. He's throwing hands with the Demon King, fucking him up. Demon King's about to hit him with some shit. Throws a fucking thing at him. Meliodas, fucking counter vanish. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's something like a full counter. Okay, full counters it. Bond jumps in. King jumps in. It's fucking... Now it's the 7 Deadly Sins versus Demon King, who's currently in Zeldris' body. Hopefully Zeldris breaks out of this shit. I really don't want to see Zeldris die. I like Zeldris. I liked his backstory a lot. I actually kind of liked him more than... I like his backstory more than I like Meliodas's. I think he's a more complicated character. But that's besides the point. Escanor not having everybody interfering. He literally wants to die. He wants to fucking give his life. Uh, and fucking Meliodas jumps in front of him and basically says, dude, I didn't bring you into the seven deadly sins to kill yourself. You're not doing this. Uh, if I have to, I'll put you the fuck down right now. Personally, I think Escanor would fuck him up in this one ultimate state, but I don't think he's looking to do that. So they kind of agree that, all the sins are going to band together and head after the Demon King. Escanor just kind of eats it. Merlin fucking is looking at him like, shit, dude. He's probably going to die after this. And then the Demon King summons this weird centipede darkness thing with a man face and baby arms. It's really fucking weird. And he's like, rip out their entrails, devour them all. It's not even really that intimidating. It's just creepy. Um, it's and it's huge because when you're looking at it compared to the sins, Diane is a giant, and she's literally, I'm gonna say, a fifth of the size of this thing. So it's big. It's big as shit. Uh, Escanor just like is like, yo, I'm out of here. He's charging in there. He's not gonna let the sins go down. And he fucking throws it at this thing with baby arms coming out of its mouth. It's really fucking creepy. But hey, I guess maybe Meliodas is stronger than him because in front of him is Meliodas, and he's actually, goes into his demon form, and he's like, if you're gonna put your life on the line for us, it's only right we put our lives on the line for you as well. And he's in front of Escanor, so he's at least faster than him if he's not stronger, even when he's in this one ultimate form. But I feel like Escanor's power gives him, he's not slow by any means because like I feel like having that much muscle mass and strength, you're gonna be fast. He's not a hulking brute, but he's definitely not as nimble as Meliodas per se. And Meliodas has got speed and power and demon power. Uh, Again with this baby arm thing, it's really fucking weird, man. So it looks like they just kind of fuck this thing in the baby arm asshole. It's choking on its baby arms. They blow it up. Demon King in Zeldris's body is like, holy shit, dude. And then the seven deadly sins are just like saying each other's names. Meliodas is saying them. And fucking, I'm thinking Escanor's gonna die with this last panel. It kind of just shows him like smiling at them. And he's like, yeah, let's fight alongside each other one more time. It's been heavily foreshadowed that he's going to die. And I wouldn't even call it foreshadowed. He's been just saying he's going to die. Mael, when he gave him sunlight back, said, like, if I give you this back, you're going to die. Meliodas is crying, wiping a tear from his eye as Escanor is telling him, like, please allow me the honor of fighting alongside you all. And he says, we're friends to the bitter end, man. He's got a smile on his face. And that's the end of the chapter. One thing I like about Seven Deadly Sins compared to the other manga I read, Boruto and Attack on Titan, it's weekly. So the chapters are a lot shorter, but you get a chapter a week. So it's nice to always have something to read once a week. Now I'll have, a video I can put out every week for Seven Deadly Sins, but it is almost over. I'm kind of glad that the last fight with the Demon King when he was in Meliodas' body wasn't the last fight because that seemed kind of anticlimactic. But I don't know how I'd feel about the story if just like Escanor sacrificed himself and he was the only one to die. It would just kind of seem like, why him? He was not built up to be this sacrificial character. He's not really the main character. You don't even get introduced to him till, really the second part. If you're watching the anime, the second season. So as much as I like Escanor as a character, I don't really see him as a good sacrificial character. He is an interesting character because he has so much power. But if it's at nighttime, he's super weak. almost like a split personality thing. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't die at all. Seven Deadly Sins really suffers from a fairy tale syndrome that nobody who dies stays dead, which is very common in manga in general. Uh, Obviously, Dragon Ball Z, classic. Nobody dies and stays dead. Even Naruto. I guess most people come back as Edo Tensei. After the Pain arc, people Kakashi died, they brought him back. Uh, but Seven Deadly Sins very similar to Fairy Tale, where like nobody really seems to die. The we're in issue 328. The Sins are all still alive, stronger than ever, fucking shit up. And I think that they're just gonna fuck the Demon King up even more. Uh, I would like to see Zeldris break through, and then maybe they have one final battle versus the Demon King. Maybe they go to Purgatory and face him. Uh, I would be really upset if Zeldris died. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up because I don't want it to be too long because it is a really short chapter. What'd you think of Escanor's The One Ultimate form? How do you feel about the Demon King inside Zeldris' body? Are you hoping Zeldris gets out alive? Or do you not give a shit about Zeldris? Some people don't like Zeldris. I happen to think he's one of the coolest characters. And, who's giving hands? Is Meliodas taking Escanor in this one ultimate form or not? Because the last time they fought, Escanor did fuck him in the asshole. But it kind of proved in those half chapters that Meliodas has been putting into Escanor for years. Uh, and I still think there's more to Meliodas' power, more to Meliodas' power than we've seen. So let me know in the comments what you think. Drop us a like, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Do what you got to do. This is GKM Anime, and we are out. Peace.